That was the weirdest thing. It made me live and had me muted. So let me start again. Hello, hello, and welcome to Fireside Chat with Kimberly. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And my new thing, right, is if you're watching this on replay, let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts, even if you don't get a chance to catch this live. Thank you to Rebel Cheese, the sponsor for this week's talks. Prize packs for this month's contest have been graciously donated by Hodo Foods, Follow Your Heart, Cinnaholic, Revolution Gelato, Terraseed, and Fabulish. And we've got a new one coming in April, so stay tuned. You can enter to win and be part of this wish pond by visiting virtualvegfest.com. Click on the contest tab for the details. Entering is super easy just by liking and or subscribing to our social media and Virtual Veg Fest YouTube channel. You're entered to win one of these amazing prize packs. How cool is that? It's totally cool. All right, well, welcome. Hello. Thank you for being here. Tonight, I thought I would talk about Easter. It's coming up, and most specifically, uh, gifts given for Easter. I thought I'd do this a couple weeks ahead of time just in case there's anyone who's considering getting their children a live gift this year. What do I mean by that? I mean, bunnies, chicks, and ducks apparently are also, baby ducks are also often given as a gift. I'll focus mostly, I think, on rabbits tonight. That was where I was able to find the most information. But I will start by saying that I would discourage you from purchasing any live animal as a gift for anyone ever, unless they are an adult and you are going together to a shelter to pick out the companion that your friend or loved one is hoping to meet, and that you have lovingly agreed to pay the adoption fee, then I'm all for it. But that's not what I'm talking about tonight. So often for Easter, children are given bunnies as a gift because that's like a symbol of Easter. That's for another show. Um, but what happens is that's so often, you know, kids are excited to have like a new fluffy creature in the house and they want to play and then they're bored. And depending on their age, they either don't want to or aren't yet able to help with the everyday care of an animal. So giving an animal as a gift is never a good idea. I have a personal story that I would like to share. Hey Diane, thanks so much for being here. Years ago, probably almost 20 years at, ago at this point. Wow. Wow, life goes by fast. Also unrelated. Hey Susan, thanks for being here. Happy to see you and Diane. Um, I actually was considering maybe adopting a rabbit. I was very just curious about them and I love them and they're so sweet and soft. And so I was doing a ton of research. I know being sweet and soft are not reasons to want to bring a companion into your life, but I'd started doing some research to figure out. I had a dog at the time too. I lived with a dog at the time, and I thought, is getting a rabbit, adopting a rabbit, even a good idea? So I was doing a ton of research, and then a woman I knew, she was like, "Hey, this lady that we've been babysitting their kids, she said that their kids don't want their rabbit anymore. Do you know anyone who's looking for a rabbit?" I thought, okay, well, I guess I'm the person looking for a rabbit. Tell me more. And she said that what the mother had told her was that they had gotten this rabbit for their kids for Easter the year before. The kids were bored, not interested. Nobody paid any attention to this poor rabbit. She was living in a dog crate, which had just like the little like holes on the sides, like the little air holes, and then the gate front. It was a big dog cage, but nonetheless, it was a dog crate, not proper housing for a bunny. And and she said the plan is if the mother can't find anyone to take the rabbit, she's just going to let the rabbit out in the backyard, because she'll be fine. I will tell you that rabbits are prey animals. Rabbits will not be fine if you let them out in your backyard. So I immediately was like, "Yes, please bring bring me this rabbit. She's obviously meant to come to me." And so she did. She brought me the rabbit, whose name was Tabby, by the way. So I just dropped a T because I wasn't quite sure if my new bunny knew her name. So I dropped the T and she became Abby. And Abby was a gorgeous white rabbit with black spots down her back, a little bit of brown in there, and black ears, and just so precious. And she just the imagining her now, even in that dog crate, in the she had no litter box. It was just, wood chips, which by the way, also not good for rabbits. Wood chips just all along the bottom, and her food bowl in the litter. So there was litter in her food. So immediately, I knew that she was coming. So I already had gotten a very large cage to keep her in when she wasn't out running around. And so I immediately, transferred her to her new space. I would have preferred to be able to keep Abby in like her own room, but having a dog, I had to kind of navigate that, right? So she had a very large cage with like a multiple, you know, layers, levels rather. And so she was able to jump and she was able to climb, and her litter box was in a corner, and and she was much happier. She really was. At least it seemed that way. And what I can tell you is that she was lovely and so much fun. And one of my favorite things that she used to do is she would hop around, and if you put a sheet of paper, just blank paper, on the floor, like 8.5 by 11, she would pick it up in her mouth where it was kind of like this in front of her face, and she would just hop around holding the paper in her mouth. She would just like, hop, and bunnies do this adorable thing when they're really, really happy. They spring into the air and they kick their back legs and they twist, and it is just pure joy, pure joy. That is how a rabbit should be living, not cramped into a dog crate where she can barely see. Now remember, rabbits, like I said, are prey animals. They frighten easily. So a home of rambunctious children is not a good place for a bunny. Loud noises can literally scare them to death. They also and keeping rabbits outside, not better, not better, because they can also be frightened to death if they're approached and, so cornered because they can't get out of the cage, right? If they're approached by a predator that's outside of their cage. And predator doesn't have to mean like a wolf or coyote. Predator can mean dog or cat, the neighborhood dog or cat. They are very sensitive beings and they are so delicate. If you pick up a rabbit incorrectly, you can break their back. If you hold them incorrectly and they kick, they can break their back. Children, even those full of love and not intending to hurt anyone or anything, can still really hurt a rabbit. So, if you've had a long family talk and your children understand the level of responsibility, and you are all committed to adopting a rabbit, bringing a rabbit into your home, there has to be adult supervision at all times. And that probably is not easy, or maybe for some families, even possible. So, what I would say, my recommendation to everyone who is considering giving a rabbit as an Easter gift, visit No Way Foods. I think that's the No Way Chocolate. I'll give you the website. Visit No Way Chocolate. I'm putting the website in now. Buy some chocolate bunnies, give those as gifts. And then take whatever you would have used the money that you were going to spend to adopt a rabbit and donate that money in your children's names even. Donate that money to your local rabbit rescue. Please, please, please. If you are not able to truly give a rabbit a safe and stimulating home, please don't go that route. And again, like I said, giving animals as gifts is not a good idea. I mean, it's sweet in the moment, maybe, right? But it's a lot of responsibility. Rabbits live 10 years on average. 10. That's a big commitment. And think about, so let's say your kid is 5 and your kid's going to be over the moon about this rabbit. 10 years from now, your kid's going to be 15. Maybe, maybe your kid has developed a really, tight relationship with this bunny, and as they've grown up, they've maintained their level of responsibility. They've been there, they engage. You're not the only one as the parent taking care of this bunny. But there's also a better chance that that's not the case. Like I said, the rabbits are so delicate. You can't, roll around on the floor at them like you can a larger sized dog. Um, it's just, I really want to discourage anyone with very small children from giving rabbits as gifts at any time, but especially now at Easter. 4 out of 5 rabbits purchased as gifts. And, there are definitely lots of pet stores with tons of rabbits available right now. 4 out of 5 rabbits purchased as an Easter gift are either abandoned or die within a year. Most rabbits don't see their first birthday. And very often, they die from neglect. And it doesn't always mean that you aren't feeding them. Maybe you're not feeding, you, the royal you, like um there's a lot to understand, and there's a lot. Rabbits need an exotic vet, so you've got to make sure you're getting them proper veterinary care. There are many veterinarians that do not see rabbits. They see dogs and cats, and that's it. And honestly, some vets, like, they don't even see cats that much. They're like dog focused. So to find a vet, so now you've got to make sure that you have veterinary care locally, so that should something happen, you can get your rabbit taken care of, and also like just regular routine check-ins. You have to cut their nails, so you have to be able to bunny burrito. You got to be able to wrap your bunny up safely, cut their nails, or again, you've got to take them to the vet, which is traumatizing as well. You get this little prey animal into a crate, and then you get them in the moving car and the sounds, and it's a lot to consider. Bunnies are amazing companions. uh, Abby just brought me so much joy. She really did. um, but it's not for everyone. And so if you are a responsible adult without children in your home, without small children in your home, or you live in a quiet space, like maybe adopting a bunny is right for you, but you really have to do the research. Please do the research and make sure that you know exactly what you're getting into. Call up a local rabbit rescue and talk to someone after doing the research. Make sure again that there's veterinary care that's appropriate. Make sure you understand how to feed them, how to give them snacks, how to play with a rabbit, how to engage them. And honestly, you've got to be okay with them digging up the corners of your carpet and chewing on things. You have to baby proof your home. They will chew wires. It's just what rabbits do. So you can provide a lot of stimulation and a lot of things for them to do, and it may reduce the amount of chewing that they do or scratching at the corners of the carpet, but it likely won't stop it. And you can litter box train them too. Rabbits are really responsive to that. So that's a pretty neat thing. But I'm telling you, it's a lot of work and they are amazing, but you have to be ready for it. And that is why they, just like any other animal, are not appropriate gifts. Just don't do it. Thank you, Diane. Yeah. So I didn't do a ton of research on baby chicks. So maybe if I can find enough information, maybe that can be next week's topic because we'll still be ahead of Easter and I can continue to discourage people from buying live animals as gifts, as holiday gifts. But yeah, baby chicks, you know what? Here's an idea. I don't know if they make them anymore, but yes, baby chicks are adorable, right? And their little squeaks and that yellowy, snuggly fur that they have. Oh my goodness. But they grow up and most people who are buying these animals to give as gifts eat chickens. So what does that mean? Like what is this person going to do when the baby chick is not a baby chick anymore? Are you prepared to create like a chicken coop in order to keep this chicken safe? And like, they like to live in packs, so you can't have them by themselves. It's just I will look into that more. I don't know a ton about this, so I'll look into it. We'll talk about it next week. But thank you for bringing that up, Diane. So so that's my talk for this evening. Um, please buy some chocolate rabbits for your kids. Uh, Vegan chocolate rabbits. I posted a link to No Way Chocolate. I love their chocolate. So good. And it's not just vegan. They're actually an allergy free um, plant. So gluten free and all that stuff. A lot of the allergens, it's free from I think the top 8 common allergens. So that's really neat. So you can accommodate a lot of different people by ordering through No Way. So like I said, order yourself some vegan Easter candy, including chocolate bunnies, and donate the money that you were going to spend on purchasing or adopting that rabbit and give it to your local rabbit rescue. They need it, especially with Easter coming. There will be so much. There'll be an influx, you know. Thanks, Susan. Oh, yeah, that's where I was going with this. You've read my mind. Um, when my brother and I were kids, we would get Easter baskets when we were little, and I remember there was one year where my parents gave us these little like stuffed chicks. Um, they weren't like I guess they weren't stuffed because they were pretty solid, but oh, okay. I'm sorry. They were these little yellow chicks, and when you put them on your hand, they were battery powered. When you put them on your hand, they would tweet or like chirp, and it was so cute. And my brother and I both we loved them so much that we kept them. Like I can still feel the little chick in my hand, um, and it was so precious that it would chirp while it was in my hand. So you can do something like that too. And stuffed toy rabbits, soft and cuddly. And you can get chicks and ducks as well. Thank you for that reminder, Susan. Yeah. Um, Diane, no, actually, I didn't. Thank you for joining, even though you joined late. And we will talk about that next week when we talk about baby chicks, because lamb is a popular meal for Easter. So we'll make it a two-parter. So that's what we will. I'm sorry, I'm very distracted by some chats there. Okay, as always, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you spending your time with me, showing up here with me on Mondays. Not a bad way to start the week, right? I'll be back here next week. Like I said, let's make it a two-parter. We're going to talk more about Eastery stuff, um, and we'll see what else comes up. Thank you. I'm so honored, as always, to be able to be here and to do this work and to share my thoughts with you and to hear your thoughts and have great conversation. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram at Did You Bring the Hummus? And send me your questions. If you have a topic you'd like me to cover, like Diane did, Diane, you know, she had mentioned about lambs, people eating lamb for dinner. So just do it. Let me know what you want to hear about. We'll have a chat. All right. Fireside chat. Oh, wrong side. There it is. All right. Have an amazing evening. Thank you so much. Bye bye.